This bird is attempting to reproduce with that man's hand.
Why they trying to reproduce? Huh?
This is the world's fastest chicken. Yeah, this is
I love initial D.
the Tasmanian native hen. Except no one fucking calls it that shit. We call it the turbo chook. This bad boy is from the land down under. More specifically, it's only found in my home state of Tasmania. And as you may have guessed by that nickname, Lightning McChicken here is built for exactly one purpose. Speed.
I am speed.
But before I address it violating the speed limit, I've got to address the fact that it's a fucking fraud. So despite that name, it is not remotely related to a chicken. It's actually from a family of waterfowl called rails. It's around 50 centimeters long, tips the scales at 1.5 kilos, and importantly, cannot fly for shit. Watch your jet! In fact, it is.
Oh, is it like what is the bird that can't fly? Kiwis. Kiwi can also not fly. So basically, they're literally like kiwis then.
Completely flightless. And that is a little bit of an issue because this is Australia, where at any given point, this mobile KFC bucket is a rock's throw from a fucking snake. However, Sonic the Hedgehog didn't
If a snake would open the door, I would fucking freak out as well, to be honest.
trade in that pilot license for nothing. See, they still have wings. They just don't use them to fly. They use them as a spoiler, because when threatened, they don't fuck off into the clouds. No, Hen Racer here just drops gear into first, punches the throttle, and fucking tears off at 52 kilometers an hour. I don't think you understand how fucking insane.
52 kilometers per hour is basically it's quite fast. It's actually faster than the at work the steam we produce. I think the max pressure, the max speed there is like 36 kilometers per hour. So that is quite a bit faster, almost double.
It is for something the size of a chihuahua to break the speed limit in a school zone. So let me
not almost double, that's barely almost halfway extra.
Make a comparison to Australia's other flightless bird, the one we lost a war to. Emus are 2 meters tall, and when they run, they cover 3 meters per step. That is a total of 6 whole native hens per single emu footstep. So you would assume the emu gaps the fucking hen, right? Wrong. Ken Verstappen and the war turkey
Not the Verstappen song.
are the same speed. How the fuck?
It same speed is interesting.
This isn't a snake. It's a bug.
Is it the caterpillar?
This
Oh, this is the caterpillar, isn't it?
is the very creatively named snake-headed caterpillar, found wriggling around in South America, and the reason they're dressed up like the average Australian resident is to scare people. See, caterpillars exist for exactly one reason, to spin up a cocoon and Pokemon evolve into a moth or butterfly. Now, in order to achieve this, they need to be not fucking dead, which is a little difficult when everything under the sun is trying to eat them.
Mission failed.
Birds, wasps, spiders, frogs, you name it, they all look at a caterpillar as the world's freest meal. I mean, it's basically a sentient, slow-moving hot dog with zero escape.
Sentient, slow-moving hot dog. I remember when I was younger, every time I found a caterpillar and it was like off the road or somewhere it didn't belong, I would always put it back in on the plants.
Strategy. So, how does the very hungry caterpillar avoid the very hungry everything else?
Hello.
Well, some choose camouflage, others
Oh yeah, the camouflage one is interesting.
become more toxic than a league lobby.
More toxic than a League Club. I don't know if that's true. I've also recently started playing League again with my real life friends on my break. So I've really met toxic people. Yeah, it also does help when I'm just playing with my friends with 5 men. So.
But the snakehead chose cosplay. Well, if you want to get technical, the scientific term is mimicry. As we've established, caterpillars are weak, light work for their predators. You know what isn't light work? A fucking snake. Which is why when threatened, these little guys will force air and blood into their head, causing it to inflate. They then shake that shit in the air, perfectly mimicking a venomous snake. Whatever was about to eat them sees their free meal turn into fucking rattlesnake Jake, becomes shit scared, and runs the fuck away.
I wonder if they would realize if that is actually still a caterpillar. Because it still gets seen then.
Why are you running? Why are you running?
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, its entire defense is just becoming a scary, wacky, waving tube, man.
I mean, if it works, it works. Even if it's like, looks like a wacky tube, man.
This tiny bird killed a man. But how? Well, you see, this is an Australian magpie. And why, yes,
Ooh, magpie.
it is found in Australia. How could you fucking tell? But despite sharing a postcode with all the other Dark Souls enemies down here, they're actually pretty chill little guys. They got no poison, they aren't hiding a mouthful of teeth, and considering they're the length of a ruler and weigh less than a kilo, they can't pick you up and fly off with you. On top of that, they're actually really intelligent and often will form bonds with people who feed them. Most of this, however, immediately gets thrown out the window during the magpie's nesting season. Or, as it is better known down under, fucking swooping season. See, because half of our wildlife would gladly turn magpies and their eggs into KFC, the second they build a nest, a switch flips in their brain and every single fibre of their being is devoted to aggressively defending the nest like they're a unit in a fucking tower defense game. Because if you step within around 50 meters of it, they
Wait, 50 meters is quite a bit of range though.
will lock onto you and dive bomb you at Mach 5 and try to peck your eyes out over and over and over again until they run you off. And this behaviour is how in 2019, magpies caught a fucking manslaughter charge.
Guilty.
Yeah, one day, a 76-year-old man was riding his bike through a park in Wollongong, a park that contained a magpie nest. The magpies took exception to this and started swooping him. And they swooped him so hard that he careened off course, crashed the bike, and fucking died.
That was an accident.
This spider throws its webs.
Ooh.
It
throws its webs, okay.
That creepy thing is an ogre-faced spider. And as with most affronts to God, yes,
I was gonna question why it's named like that, but then I saw it was actually the base of the spider and I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
you can find them
Say the line, Bart.
in Australia. And the reason it's got web slingers is its unique method of hunting. You see, most web-spinning spiders use those webs to fucking camp, spinning it between a few branches and then falling asleep waiting for a fly to clothesline itself before casually wandering over to suck its guts out like a smoothie. By contrast, ogre faces basically pull fucking trick shots, because instead of shooting that sticky white stuff all over the walls, they shoot it on their hands. See, you may have noticed that this thing is built like an 8-legged Slenderman, and that is by design, because they start a hunt by spinning a web between their forelegs. Then, they will lower themselves from a nearby branch and just kinda hang upside down in the air, doing their best stick cosplay. Then, when something makes the unfortunate mistake of getting too close, it will lunge downwards, spread its legs, wrap the bug up in a net, and then fucking yank it away into the air like it's hitting fucking Spider-Man pull-offs in Rivals.
Crack the whip.
And because this is an Australian animal,
Okay.
that insect burrito would not be complete without a healthy injection of venom. And then they fucking eat it. Think about how fucking scary that is from a human perspective. Walking down the street at night, some cunt hits you with a rope and you're just fucking gone.
That's an interesting mechanic they use for hunting. At least this spider is a little bit more unique than the others. I mean, it still has venom, but still.
Wild sharks are taking drugs. Recently, scientists...
Wait. How are they taking drugs? I am actually very curious into how they're doing this.
in the Caribbean made quite possibly the most fucking terrifying discovery since the advent of the job application. You see, they were conducting a study on ocean pollution, and part of that study involved blood testing 28 sharks in the region. And when Shark RBT pulled two of Jaws' cousins over for a random test, they tested positive for cocaine. They also tested positive for caffeine and painkillers, which begs the question, how the
kind of makes sense because of people throwing shit in the oceans and or ships crashing and such. The water is getting contaminated or the fish getting contaminated and the shark eat them and so forth.
fuck did a great white shark get great white blow? Well, no, they aren't doing a Narcos season in Bikini Bottom. No, sharks having the bloodstream of an Eshe in a nightclub is our fucking fault.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
You see, tourists and rich cunts absolutely love to swing their yachts into the Caribbean, throw parties, get shit-faced, and presumably fall into the water. And I don't know if you know this, but rich people do illegal shit, which is how some Wall Street banker decides he wants to partake in some nose beers, and in his excitement, knocks the rest of the devil's dandruff into the ocean. Jaws swims along, thinks it's food, and takes a bite. And thus, hey presto, coke sharks.
First time trying a cigarette? Let's chase the buzz. I'm fucking tweaking!
Wild
That was interesting. I kind of figured out that was going to be our fault.
This bird is attempting to reproduce with that man's head.
Why are they trying to reproduce? Huh?
But why? Well, this adorable little guy is the kakapo. And the answer to the question basically boils down to the fact it fucking sucks at being a bird.
I'm like, what is it me for?
To begin with, its wings
It looks nice though. I like the bird.
are fucking useless. The kakapo is huge, weighing in at 4 kilos, which is 2.5 kilos heavier than any other bird in the parrot family, which is probably why the kakapo is literally the only parrot species on the fucking planet that can't fly. He is so rotund that he just hops along the ground. They also suck at reproducing. See, in order to attract a mate, male kakapo will dig a hole, plant themselves firmly in it, and then start spamming vine booms at the top of their lungs 8 hours a day for 3
That is a very long time. 8 hours a day. That is commitment. I would not be able to do that.
months at a time. The problem is their
That is
call is
crazy.
very low pitched, which means that while females can feel it from miles off, they can't pinpoint where it's coming from, so they end up alone. When this happens, the defeated male f***s off and attempts to mate with a rock. Or, as you saw at the beginning, a journalist's head.
You are being shagged by a rare parrot.
Now, by this point, you are probably asking yourself, how the fuck has it survived this long? And the unfortunate answer is that it really fucking hasn't. See, the reason this feathered squeaky toy has evolved the survival instincts of a crusty sock is because it is only found in New Zealand, a place that naturally has no predators. None of what I just said is a problem when you're basically playing on peaceful. Tragically, that little Union Jack in the corner of the New Zealand flag means it was colonised by the fucking British. So suddenly, there are cats, dogs, and early on, people trying to turn the poor thing into a KFC bucket, and its only defensive mechanism is standing still. Their population dropped as low as 49 birds, and they are still critically endangered to this day. Certified British Empire moment.
I feel bad for her, but like 49 birds is not a lot. It's always sad when like a population dies out because of reasons, especially because of humans. It really sucks when it happens.